Welcome back everyone to today's daily morning market call. So we all know that we have two major participants in the market. We have major players and we have retail players. But right now, since the Trump era began, you can make a joke and say that Trump is also a player in the market. Because at the moment, since the beginning of the Trump era, we have seen that markets being influenced largely by Trump. And at the moment, we can see that the Dow Jones, according to CNN News, it says the Dow Jones surges by more than 700 points after Trump hits pause on his EU tariff threat, into brackets, again. So, we have also noticed about Trump's playbook. Trump is that person who hits you on the face, then calls you, come let us negotiate. And you have seen he calls for tariffs on major countries, then after hitting them with tariffs, he calls them for negotiations. And that has been his playbook, and that's according to, of course, his book called The Art of the Deal. So, apart from the Dow Jones rising, we also see Trump also after the US and China trade truce, we saw the US consumer confidence jump higher after 6 months. That was the all-time high for the US consumer confidence after more than 6 months. And you can see how the stocks has been influenced, and also look at how major currencies have been influenced, including even the US index. So coming on to the charts, beginning with our US index, we can see primarily we have been pretty bearish on the US dollar, signifying that the US dollar, the economy of the US dollar is slightly weak, not even slightly, is currently weak. And we are from testing our previous support zone at 99.31, where we broke downwards. Now we are moving upwards, and we are currently testing the support zone at the moment, where we had previously a range for more than 10 days inside this range, and we're back inside that range in the US dollar. Again, I will be focusing on the 100.02 level to see what will happen at that level, and still be focusing at the 99.31 to look for short-term movements on the US dollar. Coming also to the gold. At the gold currently right now, I am neutral because we are currently testing our previous resistance zone, and we just moved down from that level. But coming down to the 15 minutes, we can see yesterday we quite had a range on that level. Yes, I was saying that on the gold currently I'm pretty neutral on this level, because at the moment we are consolidating on the lower time frame, and on the higher time frame we are back inside the range between 3343.27 and 3237.93. Now coming on to our US stocks. On our US stocks, I'm pretty bullish. We got that pullback that we were expecting on the US 500, where we came back all the way to the 57.43 when we had the announcement of the EU tariffs, and now we went back up to pass our previous resistance zone, now turn support at the 58.95.69. I pull back to this level to have a move high with a confirmation of volume and price action, as we always say will be a good move for me. The same with the US 100, where we are above our previous support zone. Coming back to test this zone will be a pretty good move to have that move higher. We do not just enter aggressively after a move past our support zone. We wait for pullback confirmation and part volume confirmation. The same also, you can see a pattern from the US 500, US 100 and US 30. They tend to move the same way and we see the same thing that has been happening on the US30, where we have broken our previous support zone, our previous resistance zone now turns support, and currently I'll be waiting for a pullback at the 41,188.91 or a pullback on the lower time frame to continue with the bullish bias on the US30. On the Euro USD, we can see we have that we moved upwards, and right now we are above our support zone at the 1.13140, and we have currently pulled back to that level to retest that level. I will be looking at my lower time frame to see if we have a confirmation of a move based on candle pattern confirmation and volume confirmation. If we'll have higher volume to show that buyers are stepping in that level, so that I can continue with the bullish bias on the Euro USD. Same with the JPP USD. We have been breaking all-time highs. Currently, our highest high on the JPP USD, we can see, is 1.35853. We have never reached that level before, and we broke out on the previous high, where we moved high quickly with a high momentum candle, showing that buyers were stepping in aggressively. Again, a pullback to our previous support zone would be a valid move for me. I do not just enter aggressively, I wait for pullback confirmation and candle and volume confirmation and candle pattern confirmation. So also you will see the USD JPY moving the same way as the US index. Why? Because at the USD JPY, as we always say again, the USD is our base currency, and we saw the USD index currently moving high after moving down, and the same thing we see right now at the USD JPY. We are moving slightly higher after moving down, and we are testing our previous resistance zone at the 144.120 level. Not forget our German 40, our DAX index, which shows us our German stocks. You can see what we have been saying is waiting for a retest at the 23,377, the 30 level, and we got that pullback, and we tested our previous support zone, and now we are moving currently higher after having a slight range, and right now we can see you're moving higher with a bullish momentum confirmation. So remember, as you trade on these markets, make sure that you have done your due diligence of the markets. We offer educational advice and not financial advice, so make sure that as you maneuver in the market, also use strict risk management. Also, don't forget, you can go to our YouTube page, where you can see our previous videos and our previous analysis. You can go to our YouTube page. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and don't forget to share and comment. This will help us improve our algorithm so that we can create even better videos for you as a trader and investor. My name is Shane Mwangangi, one of the best market analysts here at HFM. Goodbye and see you tomorrow, same time, same day. Goodbye.